Hello, and thank you for visiting the Earning an Additional Massachusetts Academic Administrator License component of the Massachusetts Educator Licensure Series, often referred to as MELS. This presentation will assist individuals who already hold a Massachusetts Academic Initial or Professional Administrator License learn about earning an Initial or Professional Administrator License in a new field in or at a new grade level. New field requirements for Supervisor Director License are not covered. If you are interested in learning about new field requirements for a Supervisor Director License, please visit the Earning a Supervisor Director License as an additional Massachusetts Academic Administrator License component of MELS. Otherwise, let's continue. Throughout this presentation, there will be references to finding additional information such as guides, forms, and other websites. You can find these resources through links located within the overview, located directly beneath this video. New field requirements to earn a superintendent, assistant superintendent license, and/or principal, assistant principal license include possession of at least an initial Massachusetts Academic Administrator license, passing the Communication and Literacy Skills test, and one of the following: a practicum/practicum equivalent or internship of 300 hours in the role and at the grade level of the license sought, or 3 years of employment under a valid Massachusetts Academic Administrator license. In addition, demonstration of the successful application of the professional standards for administrative leadership through a performance assessment for initial license, also known as the PAL, is required for principal, assistant principal licensure. We will cover additional information about these requirements later in this presentation. Of all the academic administrator licenses, the Principal Assistant School Principal license is the only one offered at multiple grade levels. Please be advised that due to changes to the regulations, applicants seeking to obtain a Principal Pre-K through 6, 5 through 8, or 9 through 12 license must apply and satisfy all requirements prior to July 1st, 2019. Otherwise, they should apply for the Pre-K through 8 and/or 5 through 12 licenses. New field requirements to earn a School Business Administrator license are similar to the requirements for the Superintendent Assistant Superintendent license, except for the referenced employment in Option B. For the Superintendent Assistant Superintendent license, this employment can occur under any valid initial or professional Massachusetts Academic Administrator license. However, the reference employment here must occur under a valid initial or professional Massachusetts Superintendent Assistant Superintendent license. Now let's look at new field requirements for the Special Education Administrator license. Again, they are similar to new field requirements for the other licenses mentioned. However, the employments referenced under the third requirement must occur under a valid Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent, Principal, Assistant Principal, or School Business Administrator license. Unlike that of other licenses mentioned, there is a prerequisite requirement. We will cover this requirement on the next slide. There are two options to satisfy this requirement. Option A requires applicants to possess an initial or professional license in one of the following fields: special education, school counselor, school principal, assistant school principal, school psychologist, school social worker / adjustment counselor, or speech, language, and hearing disorders, and have at least 3 full years of employment in an educational setting. In lieu of the aforementioned, Option B can be satisfied through at least 3 full years of employment in law, public policy, higher education, or other related field accepted by the department. Please be advised that a prerequisite license requirement may be waived for an applicant who has earned the equivalent license based on the same level of preparation in another state or jurisdiction. Before we go any further, let's cover when new field requirements may apply. New field requirements may apply initial adding initial, professional adding professional, and professional adding initial. New field requirements do not apply initial adding professional. They also do not apply provisional adding initial or professional. Let's elaborate through some examples. In the first example, initial to initial, the applicant holds the initial superintendent assistant superintendent license and wants to add an initial school business administrator license. In the second example, professional to initial, the applicant holds the professional principal assistant principal license and wants to add an initial school business administrator license. In the final example, professional to professional, the applicant holds the professional special education administrator license and wants to add a professional supervisor director license. Licensed principals and assistant principals may earn an additional principal assistant principal license at a new grade level by completing one of the following: a seminar, institute, or course approved by the department addressing the curriculum and developmental characteristics of the age group appropriate to the license sought, or a practicum, practicum equivalent, or internship of 300 hours in the role and at the grade level of the license sought. Now that we have an understanding of new field requirements and new level requirements, let's enhance our understanding of how requirements are satisfied and documented. Once you hold the Massachusetts Academic Initial or Professional Administrator License, you have met the possession of an Initial or Professional Administrator License requirement. Otherwise, new field requirements do not apply. At this point, most of you have probably passed the Communication and Literacy Skills test. However, if necessary, you can find information about this test through the link contained within the overview located directly beneath this video. The testing company electronically reports test results to the Office of Educator Licensure. The Performance Assessment for Initial Licensure, also known as the PAL, is only available for Principal Assistant Principal Licensure. Individuals who apply and satisfy all other requirements for another administrator license are not required to complete the PAL for that license if granted the license prior to the PAL becoming available. The PAL enables principal assistant principal candidates to demonstrate their leadership knowledge and skills based on actual experiences. This assessment is comprised of 4 performance-based tasks that measure a candidate's practice as it aligns with the professional standards for administrative leadership. The PAL includes performance assessment tasks that more closely reflect the authentic work of school leaders. Please note that candidates that apply and satisfy all requirements for Principal Assistant Principal Licensure prior to September 1st, 2014 do not need to complete the PAL for Principal Assistant Principal Licensure. You can find information about the professional standards for administrative leadership in the PAL through the links contained within the overview located directly beneath this video. To verify employment as a superintendent, please upload a letter on official letterhead signed by the school committee chairperson verifying your completion of 3 full years of employment as a superintendent under your initial superintendent assistant superintendent license. Employment under your initial superintendent assistant superintendent license in this case means employment as a superintendent from the issuance date of the initial license. Now let's cover documented employment under an administrator license in a role other than superintendent. Please upload a completed school-based employment verification/induction and mentoring form to verify if you've completed at least 3 full years of employment under your initial administrator license. Or, in lieu of the employment form, you may upload a letter on official letterhead verifying the aforementioned requirement. Signees should verify employment as follows. The superintendent or the human resources director should verify employment as an assistant superintendent. The superintendent, assistant superintendent, or the human resources director should verify employment as a school business administrator, special education administrator, principal, or supervisor director. In addition, a principal, superintendent, assistant superintendent, or the human resources director should verify employment as an assistant principal. equivalent signees, and private schools should verify employment accordingly. Employment under an initial administrator license means employment under the license from the date of issuance. Individuals who do not have the aforementioned employment may opt to complete a practicum, practicum equivalent, or an internship at 300 hours in the role of the administrator license sought. The completion of a Massachusetts-approved program specifically for the license sought is required to satisfy the practicum, practicum equivalent. Program providers verify the completion of approved programs through an electronic endorsement in ELA. Otherwise, to verify the successful completion of an internship, please upload a letter that complies with and include all information noted in the letter requirements section of the verification of internship completion template, which you can find through the link contained within the overview directly beneath this video. Please be advised that an internship is a field-based experience completed outside of an approved program. The internship is supervised and mentored, where the mentor holds a Massachusetts initial or professional license in the field and at the grade level of the license sought and has a total of at least 3 years of employment under the initial and/or professional license. This requirement or option may be satisfied through a course, seminar, or institute that addresses the curriculum and developmental characteristics of the age group associated with the grade levels of the license sought. Official transcripts document the completion of coursework. Letters or certificates completion document the completion of seminars or institutes. Letters verifying seminars or institutes should be on official letterhead of the provider signed by an appropriate representative. Please upload supporting documents into your ELA account. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Educator licensure in Massachusetts. Thank you also for being an educator or aspiring to become one. Your efforts are commendable and greatly appreciated. We hope this component of MELS has been helpful. Please visit other components of the series for additional information about Educator licensure. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call the Licensure Call Center at 781-338-6600 or stop by and visit us in person at our walk-in service counter at 75 Pleasant Street, Malden, Massachusetts.